Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2. So I want to say that it's nice to be back to something that's actually going to record properly and not give me issues. But yeah, at the same time, this game, it's like, there's weird, just, times when the frames just drop and like stuff happens, like we'll freeze for a few seconds and then suddenly it'll start resuming. I don't know why. It's not like this game can't be run on my computer given how old this game is, but it just sometimes decides not to work properly. There was a KOTOR, I hope then too.
Yes, is there? I am willing to...
Yeah.
You have destabilized Tatooine. The Republic has lost a power base in the Outer Rim.
Okay, I don't think I get paid.
There is the stabilization of Tatooine, the preservation of the... You have destabilized Tatooine. Telos is instrumental, of course, since the destruction of the... You may... There are several... There is the stabilization... I am...
I guess I don't get paid.
A common misconception. Revan did not intend to destroy the...
Oh. I guess he still paid me. You'll destabilize them too. But I'm still gonna pay you. I think basically he wants you to do light side things for dark side results, which makes little sense. Basically, I think he wants you to actually do the light side choices to help the planets. But I don't know if it's the Telos one. I don't know what to really do about the Telos one. I mean, I got the feel for them, but he doesn't seem to give a damn, so... Anton's... he just does not really care. But let's go talk to Korea for a second. Also, I don't even remember how relationships really work in this one. I forget if there really is a romance system or not. I think there may sort of be, but...
My life for you.
Hell if I remember.
I will answer what I... It is difficult to explain. It is something that must be experienced if it is to be understood.
Well...
I will answer... It is not... The Jedi, and my... They hope... He can... And now... I do... They hope...
So you're saying if I get more influence, I may have another conversation with her. Well, how to get more influence? HK, I mean, Bowser.
Yes, Gen...
Why are you useless?
Query. State. Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near-genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat. So... And... Answer. 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 Master, that is a somewhat complex... Besides, I
I hate this.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. You deserve nothing, but you have earned such obedience, yes. They are tools, you are right. More than you know. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
Doing them whole.
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines, there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
Nah, Revan didn't have to deal with this influence bullshit. Like, we didn't have to deal with it in KOTOR. We just had to basically play the waiting game. You know, the waiting game? Where you basically wait until Pyro tells you that you should talk to this person. And this is all, well, you need to go do, you need more influence. We're not going to talk to you unless you have more influence. But yet we're not going to gain more influence until you talk with us. It's like, what the fuck?
Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his? Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes? Ask.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength, and through it, your power is enhanced. Most interesting. Your crystal does not perfectly reflect your current self. Remove it from your lightsaber, then ask me about it again. Is there something else you wished? Atris herself is not as familiar.
Yeah, we know.
Because she... I was a historian. One that... You have already asked much. I do not wish to speak.
We're back up. No, we're like 1 point away from getting our dark side back up. So remove your Christopher and lightsaber and then talk to me again. Yeah. You just had to make it tedious, didn't you? Fine. Well. Happy. I removed the lightsaber crystal from my lightsaber. Now let me go talk to you again.
Yes?
Can you tell me about the Tiffany crystal?
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires... Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you would...
Wait, what did you do to my crystal?
The beast is a lesson in strength. Learn that lesson, then you will understand. The beast's strength is prodigious, and you can learn much from it, or draw upon it. His life can be a beacon in the dark places of the galaxy where there is no life. Indeed, and what is that? Yes. Now the question is why? Ah, you are a perceptive one indeed. In this instance you are correct. All that strength, that anger, yet it is held in check, restrained by his beliefs, his doubt. Everyone is made up of events in their past, and it forms walls around one's spirit, or breaks such walls down. The mind makes some powerless, and gives strength to others. In a manner of speaking, yes, but it is more complicated than that. Everyone is made up of events in their past. It makes some powerless, and gives strength to others. It is because he is not ready to give up his ties yet. It is much like Jedi who will not give up their code. It is to surrender yourself, to make yourself a slave to a teaching or belief that makes it so that belief will always rule you. I ask nothing, but since you beg a question, I will ask it. Are you prepared to give up all that is a Jedi entirely? Until then, you will always be weak. No, the Jedi lie with you still. You have no choice in the matter. But your willingness to break those ties is a lesson in strength. To believe in an ideal is to be willing to betray it. It is something no Sith or Jedi has ever truly learned. That is the lesson of strength. Yet that is not the only lesson that the beast can teach us. Not only does one's will control one's strength, but one's will can control and draw upon the strength of others. Surely you have felt the beast's presence on board this ship, stalking, restless. It is a more primal connection you feel, and the hunger you feel does not stem from Han-Ha. It is something you may draw upon, his very life, if need be. He does not realize how deeply his life debt runs, but he will. When you suffer, call upon that hunger, and the beast shall be that upon which your will may draw strength. Reach out, feel his presence within the ship, clawing at you, pacing. Feel the rumbling of the hull, the metal around you like a cage, and the building anger, the blood that rises behind the eyes, a bloodlust that cannot be sated. If you accept it, you will find your strength increase and your vitality return to you faster with every breath. Good. You know it now. The predator-prey relationship, the strong feeding on the weak. It will serve you. Because his life is not his own. He walks, but he is dead, and there is a use for one such as he, along with all of his kind.
That temperature and prime nature you've gained from plus 1 constitution and plus 2 to strength.
Yes.
Okay.
That is that. I misspoke before.
Fuck. I like that. You gained influence with her. She still won't talk about that. And her. I don't really care to talk to you right now. It's like, there's all these people. It's like we have already gone through almost all the conversations. Yet the new conversations pop up, and again the game's like, nope, you can't talk to them about them because you don't have influence with them. Like, it's so irritating. I mean, it's not bad. Force strength, death, charisma, damage, dark side, attack. Okay, anyway. Now we're gonna go to Underarm, I think. Or I lose my patience. See, like for example,
Something up?
Anton has
Alright.
nothing really going on, and it bothers me. I don't even know what the hell is wrong with Baldur. It's like we should have conversations with him, but I guess since we never really influenced or took him with us, he's just doesn't want to talk to us about anything. But anyway, 2 on run. Poof. No, there we go. I was like, why isn't it doing anything?
Well, this is Onderon. Looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon. Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
Oh no. And then the Republic sent some fighters that shot us, and then we had to go retreat. Oh no.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
Oh god. Time to go pew pew. You know how much I love pew. Yay.
I can't keep us in one piece much longer. Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna put us down on that jungle moon.
And all the PPUs and the PPUs. And then we went down to Dutson. I said we went down to Dutson.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky.
Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one.
Dutson.
It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian War started?
This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
Star Wars The Republic now, if I remember right. I didn't really do much of the whole Onderon thing, did I?
Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us.
We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here.
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target. Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings. And that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. She fought here once, and there are things here she must see.
She fought here? Why didn't she say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Anyway. Well, let's go take the two people I need to talk with. Let's see if I can influence them. Bowder I still need to do something about, but you know. Okay, do I need to?
My life for...
Question.
I will...
Oh, and the question just... You know, the question I need to ask her about is just gone.
Query. State. Answer. Besides.
Anyway. Where'd you go? That was this one. What my... Sounds go around in circles. Okay, circles. Noticing this one is I don't really notice enemies being like respawned in areas, but we didn't really go back to most areas, but still. Like KOTOR 1 there was like Drakkos that potentially respawn, Cat always Cat Mounds. Doesn't this look like it should be something doable? No? Like it looks like potential loot, but the game's like, nope. Not potential loot at all. Stop looking at when I'm trying to rotate the camera. But yeah, after doing some like The Witcher 3, for some reason it's being harder to record than it used to. Like how last time we recorded it wasn't as didn't feel as heavy or drained as it does now. And what else I'm working on is also being irritating to record, because it's like at times it just sort of freezes up and then it makes computer boop noises, which is concerning. Like boop, 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 boop. And it's like, okay, can you stop that? Like, it's a bit concerning. Anyway, what do we have over? We have a ship. We can't really investigate. So, this moon seems disappointing. Like, we have nothing really going on. Like, nothing to even fight. Sad. Where's my XP? No loot, no XP. Wow, that's a new one. So you see that? That's a transition session, right? Problem here is nothing happened. Wow. So what do I do about that? I don't know. It's like, so that right there leads to a new area, right? But yep. So basically what you're saying is I'm stuck. Okay. Yeah, well. Huh. Well. This is a new problem we've encountered. So the path east doesn't actually go anywhere. Maybe there should have been enemies. Maybe the area's just not working properly at all. I'm confused. Like, I don't know what to do. Huh. I gotta need to look this up, because this seems to be a problem. Like, I'm pretty sure maybe that's the problem. Nothing spawned properly, and because of that we can't progress. Like, here I am looking at this, and most people are talking about bugs in the second part of Dutton, not the first part. So yeah, I don't really know what to do. Well, this is awkward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a Like, there should be things. But that there is nothing. I can't even leave this area. It's concerning. I go back. I can't even go back to the Avatar. Wow, that's... Well, that's a new one.
I can't keep us... You know... Well, we're... Look, I did...
The crap. This is...
This...
Then we should...
Some...
No.
Well, if you...
I have...
Yeah.
This...
She...
D...
So, well, this is irritating. Is this where my Let's Play ends? Because I ended up on Dutton and I can't actually do anything. Let's try this again. If you can't go back on the Avatar. Well, this is unfortunate. At least I could change people out, at least those that. But the problem is there's just nothing on it. And that is... There should be creatures, but there aren't. Basically, it's like I have a corrupt module file and it's just not working properly, and I don't know what to do about it. So yeah. Well, this is irritating. Cause yeah, like this should be the way forward. But it isn't. And I don't know what to do about that. Oh, is that otherwise? Huh. Wow, shit. Okay, take two. Hopefully this works. Well, we can go back on the next box, so that's progress. Oh. Hi.
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. He sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, he fought to keep the infrastructure intact, killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimas Yoon, and Yusunas of Achani.
I don't really care what the side roll, but...
No, you're correct. The pattern ends with Malak. At that point, worlds die indiscriminately. Or seem to. Taris, Dantooine, all become targets during this time. I think he was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat.
Yeah. Against the Sith Empire, you know? The one in charge of the Republic that we're not actually going to mention in this.
I do not know. And that concerns me.
Anyway. Take two. After I uninstalled N478, there was a pretty bad
Target acquired. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
I didn't realize that you were a thing. But hopefully everything's fine. I mean, we have cameras again. And what the hell that is. Bars. I have no idea. All I know is zap, zap.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
There's an automation gauntlet. Glove. Yeah, demo and stuff. Meh. I'll go to my power gauntlet. Yeah, this is how it should be though. Should be things actually kill. That wheel with nothing kill. This is how it should be. Here's the thing. After we're done with this, if I still can't talk with business and HK and several people, I'm just going to cheat that influence up. I'm getting tired of this. Of the stupid system. It's so irritating. Like you need certain things to trigger influence games. But they don't happen that often. If they don't happen that often,
I've got some news. The space battle is still going on. The Hawk's sensors just picked up a contact heading to the moon. Most of the ship's systems are powered down, so it's about all I got. That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Onderon welcome.
Set to maximum. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
It's like you do stuff to get influence, but yet then it still says things as you get influence gained.
A weakness is revealed.
I'm going to back up to Dark Mastery. Oh god, my stats are all over the place now. Alright, now we've actually caught up, so what do I want to put points into? Doesn't really matter, but... Stasis is still in. Pure Drain Force is tempting. Force Wave could be fun. But let's get started on Drain Life. Now that we're level training, we go to Absolute. Princess, we must say Dutson or wing of mandatory droid. But to fly in low and drop our payload onto the jungle boot. Once the droids hit, should say they'll seek out the Mandalorian base and pave the way for ground troops and the Jedi. We're expecting heavy resistance as the droids can't take out the anti-air drones. This is going to be a one-shot mission. Boom. That's about all. Because droids are explode. Like, why am I doing this? No one failed. Oh. Maybe if I repaired the computer core, I could have. I don't know. I can reactivate and optimize. Why did I overload it and if I'm just gonna reactivate it? I don't even know. Master empathy. Master dual strike. Powers. Master speed won't be tailball. But you can also get defailed.
Query.
Can we talk now?
State. Answer. Besides.
Fuck you, I don't understand why I overrode droids if I'm just going to, I'm just going to reactivate them. Questionable my decisions. But I will take that speed. No, deal with that. So this is how things are. Much better than we know it's like. Not quite natural.
Orbital fighting just ended. That Colonel Tobin stirred up a Minox nest when he took a shot at us. I'm still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. So you have to do without me for a while. I know, you're crushed.
Anton, will you stop interrupting me?
Assassination protocol initiated. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
How about you? Can I reactivate you? Wait, failure. So it's fire support mode and can't be patrol mode. So basically he's stuck back there.
Donos Emeragith, Wanaratora Chidrunga sa Inchobin Sasha, Dosimana Rochata, Taranamosibu and Asarans, Krema Sunkun Ratungala, Chawi. Taranamosibu and Asarans, Krema Sunkun Ratungala.
You guys are so stupid.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Ooh, JJ meditation gloves. Are these actually better than perception gloves? Oh yeah, that was just like one better. Okay. That's just silly. So here you go. Better gloves. So great, we've reached the point where we're going to get better straight gloves. Anyway. Hi. It's a refuge. I saw something out there. More day bad. Mandalorian anti-air troops forced us to crash out to the landing zone. Those half troops of beasts streaming out of the jungle, and the rest of us getting hammered by Mandalorian emplacements. Pinned down Kaufman's man and something of his big guns has died down for hours. Who are those damn Jedi? That's a good question. Who were the Jedi? We were basically having tea. I was like, these are the droids they were just supposed to be standing by. But I know, I guess it's the Alpha. So this time we can go. Right? Yes. Yes. Isn't that lovely? Now watch this area break.
You let the ship escape? I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Duxon. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
That was like how I have to constantly get my force power back to what they were. Every time we go to a Okay. There we go. You see the body of a Mandalorian soldier. He's killed in the last 3 to 4 days. Okay. Goes apparent to anything short of high grade explosives. Can I use... I have thorium charges? When did I get thorium charges? Aerotech cargo ray meditation band. What the hell charges? Wisdom 2, damage immunity for dark side. Honestly, it's better than what I'm wearing, in a way. Yeah. Oh, defend me against the dark side. Woo. So, fortitude, constitution, strength. That saves it on fortitude, though, isn't it? Oh, so one of those. So, what are you wearing, anyway? Oh, one of those. Oh, you say, okay then. Oh, your saves are high enough that it doesn't matter.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Isn't that the Infinite Empires?
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded. I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here? We expected as much. You visit Duxon by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
Sure, take me to him now. But seriously, why the Infinite... Why the Rakatakan's Infinite Empire banners? Like, seriously, shouldn't they be Mandalorian? That's gonna bother me. Maybe they didn't have a, you know, a model resource for Mandalorian banner, so they had to reuse the Infinite Empire ones from the Overworld. I don't know. Oh, it's a Mandalorian.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians.
Yeah, I think I know who you are. Clan Ordo, right?
Mandalore is the name we give to our leader. Becoming Mandalore is the greatest honor any Mandalorian could aspire to. When our leader falls in battle, the most worthy takes his place. So even though your army killed our leader, it was only a matter of time before we chose someone new. Me.
Candrace, do you really think you're bat-worthy?
Scattered perhaps, but we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding. Many Mandalorians have fallen from the path of honor, and are now no more than common mercenaries. But that is changing.
Oh, is it?
This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge. So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth.
Prove your worth.
Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of. I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
I like how, Candace here just, he doesn't really care that we're Jedi or anything. There's a lab station. Just like, man, go do your thing. And I'm just like, okay, I'll go do my thing. What if I go in here? You gonna be dead?
What do you want?
Okay, he does want me. Okay, that makes sense. It's like, what the hell are you taking, George? I don't know.
Your ship's pilot and gunner are both skilled. You destroyed many Onderon fighter craft in the recent space battle.
No, I just never transition. Borders. My bad. Time to be confused. Here's the thing, I don't exactly remember everything I have to do here on the planet. All I know is at least we exist. We could get here. We're reading about the potential bugs, like from the second visit to Dustin. That's not reassuring. Oh, it's a workbench. Dude. It isn't working. Oh no. The telemetry. The telemetry. Do I have to prove myself in combat? Because if I have to prove myself in combat, I'm more than willing to prove myself in combat.
So you are the visiting Jedi. You aren't much to look at. Are you here to observe, or do you seek to prove yourself in the battle circle?
Please let me just prove myself in combat.
I am Davro, a Mandalorian warrior. I have yet to taste real battle, so I test my worth in the battle circle instead.
Okay.
Our history is one of battles and wars, but there are times when even we must deal with peace. The battle circle allows us to hone our skills by fighting other Mandalorians. It pales to what we really thirst for, honor in battle, but it keeps us prepared. Talk to the sergeant if you want to fight. A few. No fights to the death. Other parts of our training weed out the weak among us, but that isn't the function of the battle circle. There are individual rules for each fight. The warrior with greater honor determines those, which in your case means any Mandalorian makes the rules.
So, okay. But I want to fight him better. Well, I gotta talk to you about that.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle. No, it is up to the sergeant. The battle circle was not designed to settle petty vendettas and rivalries. Its primary purpose has always been teaching. Learning from books or holovids is useless when battle rages and soldiers are dying around you. Real knowledge can only be gained through combat. Perhaps we can learn from one another in time. This is not a battlefield, Jedi. If it were, I trust you wouldn't have the same opinion. I prepare and train, readying my mind and weaponry for a real challenge. Peace is not our natural element. Mandalorians handle it differently. I focus on educating myself in the martial techniques I will need to succeed in the next war.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go first.
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here.
I could just, force snap all your necks in a second, so...
For today, I have the honor of commanding the battle circle. I decide who fights who and make sure all the rules are followed. The battle circle is only a small part of our training regiment. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms, for that is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor decide the terms of engagement. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our...
Okay. Oh, sure.
You are new here, so you will fight Davril. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davril, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. Step into the battle circle. Now you will experience a true fight.
Or do I have to throw it away? Okay. So, no force powers, no any of that. So I'm just going to
The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again. Here to watch your fight? After defeating Davril, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms.
Mandalore!
I will send a runner to Kex. Prepare yourself for your fight, Jedi.
Hi.
The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know.
Okay.
Here to watch your... You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms?
Just fist and foot like your fight with Davril. Nothing else.
Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force.
Okay. So I don't really need force. I could just... I mean... Is that...
The match between Jedi and Tagrin is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have fought well today. The only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can fight a champion until they have proven themselves worthy. And it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. And a champion must observe and deem your actions worthy. There are two champions in the camp, Braylor and Kelborn. Until you prove yourself in their eyes, the battle circle is closed to you.
Seriously? Oh, you have to go prove yourself now.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden... I have studied much of the
For Mandalore!
I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen your matches so far, and I do not doubt your worthiness to face me. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Kelborn, is in the jungle on a mission. Perhaps your paths will cross, and you'll have your opportunity there.
Okay. Where's my lightsaber? Use it by Tiffy. No, where's the sword? Yeah, over him. Oh, that's a ship. High ship. So they have basically a G-wing, don't they? I mean, you could call it a Mandalorian shuttle all you want. That's a G-wing. That's what Bastila had on Rakata. Like, you can call it the Mandalorian shuttle if you want. Yeah, this is a G-wing. Where is Ted? So let's see if he has anything open up.
Lost. But this was no true contest. Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young. I will train very hard to match you in combat, but there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us.
I could snap his neck, dude. Apparently I'm not allowed to snap his neck, so go figure.
So, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. Are you planning on exploring the jungles to the south?
Maybe.
I'm Zarga. I instruct our raw Mandalorian recruits in the ways of discipline and battle. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body, just bring it back. Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and bring the gear back. The Mandalorians will rise.
So, still gonna crash on things. Where's Caps?
Alright, stand back. Let's see if that... Sith's blood! Fixing anything in this rot-infested place is an uphill battle.
So, anything I can help with?
This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task.
Need my help?
I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can cover the whole moon. Seems just about everything involved with a relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structures behind me. You can find the telemetry computer in there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the tracking computer. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it. That's a problem with Canox. They'll leave you alone if you keep your distance. But if you turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they can get in their mouth. Just gut every Canox you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts. Alright then. Come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting these systems working again. Damn it. Jungle is...
It would take a lot of skill and parts to... Boop. It's like, it would take a lot of skill and parts to repair these broken wires. Repair for 0 parts. Just remember we're wearing an overpowered robe and stuff. There you are, cats.
You hear the gloat over your bink, so why are you back?
I'm here to see what you have. Cause yeah, I don't care that I beat the living shit out of you. I just want access to your stuff. You have thermo detonators. Good for you. Okay, combat. Gloves. Open sensory visor. Strength enhancer. Meh. Quickness. Yeah, that's not bad deaths, I mean. hell. That would be like good for Bantons, practically anyone with ranged combat. Yeah, don't need those. Sith Knight armors. Well, we already have Sith Knight armor. And nothing else really speaks to me. Oh well.
You here to what? Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some outsider roam around our camp without an escort. If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Mandalore must think you're something special.
Yeah.
I won't, as long as the Mandalore's orders stand. If he wants you dead, though, then I'm gonna be the first one gunning for you.
Yeah, well, I could just go and you'd be dead. So, it needs my help dealing with that, but I need to also go poke some Canucks first. Back into the jungle. Now we can actually explore the jungle. Instead of being forced into the camp.
You finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death. Now you face a true Mandalorian on the field of battle.
Daryl, are you stupid or something?
Assassination protocol initiated.
Telling you stupid.
If you head out into the jungle, stay alert. Our patrols keep the area clear of the more dangerous beasts, but a lot of the smaller ones still infest the paths. Mostly Canucks and Malras. Deeper in the jungle, there's Boma beasts, and they're a little more sport. Bomas are tough and fiercely territorial. Whenever we drive them off, they just come back to reclaim their grazing lands. We can handle them, but they may be too much for you. Little pests. They'll eat anything they can fit in their mouth. They aren't very... Malras are aggressive, but hardly a challenge for a real warrior. They're pack hunters, though, and dangerous in numbers. We try to thin their herds pretty regularly. What's the point? They breed fast, and other than sport, they're a waste of ammo. Even the bravest Mandalorians have fallen prey to this jungle and its beasts. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, but I can handle it. Sound like hard down for him. I don't know why I decided to do that. That was pretty stupid, to be honest. Oh, I'm going to attack the Jedi and regain my honor.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
And away we go. I'm saying I'm supposed to learn a new force power hill. As we get wind. Cannot. I cannot. Do you have the thing? Yay. But that was... I was ready to do some World of Warcraft. I didn't find bullshit, you know. Well, there's this one island, and there's all these mobs. So, go murder the mobs until you find this one island. Yeah, I always hate quests like that. Because, you know, it could be the first one, the 207th one. Or hey, it could be none of them. You would know Nazi boys. So you're saying you came over here in 8 cars? Is that what happened to you? Oh, is that car blasters? No, I'm pretty sure it didn't eat car. Sadly.
What are you doing out here? It's dangerous for your kind.
Yeah.
I am a Mandalorian scout. I don't go on patrol. Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship that landed in the area. No, it wasn't them. That ship was damaged and screaming its ID signature all the way down. This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on emissions to a minimum. Our sensors almost didn't pick it up. Just this corpse here. Looks like a scout, and pretty green, too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks and got torn apart. He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. You up for some action? Good to hear it. There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths and I don't want them to slip by. If we split up, we should be able to find their scouts, if you're up for it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make sure none of them get past me.
Query.
Can we talk?
Stay. Beside.
No, JHK.
What happened to Lon?
He got swarmed by those little beasts. I think they're called Canucks.
I hope this mission is worth it to the Colonel. If not... Wait, did you hear that?
That's her! Get her!
Set the staging camp up here. This jungle just never ends.
Lieutenant, 2 of our scout patrols haven't reported back.
2 more? Nothing is worth this.
More beasts!
Everyone, attack!
Beasties. Whatever shall we do? Not just walk up and zap, zap, zap.
Switching to combat mode.
We didn't really use force doing that much. Big KOTOR because we were wearing our heavy armor and all that. Because we didn't have, you know, fun armor like this. We had to really restrict ourselves to that one armor, which was pretty nice. Doesn't really work as well in this But yeah. Oh, hi, California.
I found more of their scouts, but they started shooting as soon as they saw me. I heard blaster rifle fire coming from deeper in the jungle. You find anything? That's the way I would have handled it as well. But I had my orders. Find out anything useful from them? Colonel, huh? Could be Colonel Tobin. Tobin is General Vaklu's personal cat hound. If he's on your trail, you might want to steer clear of Onderon.
Yeah, why don't you go then?
I'm not surprised. He was probably acting on orders from Vaklu. If so, you've made some dangerous enemies.
Oh, have I?
General Vaklu is the cousin of Queen Talia. He's also in charge of the Onderon military. He led the Onderon resistance when we occupied their world during the Mandalorian Wars. He was a worthy foe. Maybe more than a match for you.
I doubt.
Mandalore needs to know about the scouts. I'll let him know your role in dealing with them. They're Onderon military, although they were trying to be secret about it. I've got a feeling you're going to need all the help you can get. One last thing about the battle circle. Your actions have proven you worthy of facing our best in the circle.
Hey.
Perhaps we can face each other there. See you at camp.
Perhaps. You know, it'd help if your shield actually made you invisible. Just saying. So, this way's cleared. What's over there, though? So let's go find out. So we saw how it learned that one force power. I forget when we do. I'm afraid it's not yelling at me to do stuff, so shrug. Use your dano. Use your cell phone greater to hodge that link to it. Boma beast.
Statement. That explosion has stirred many life forms in the area. Fighting is undoubtedly imminent.
Zap, zap, zap. Zap.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Oh!
Our weakness is revealed.
Okay. Boma beast. I can't live it, even. Well, we should probably go loot the Mandalorian cache, shouldn't we? Because who knows what could be in here? Could even be a boat. Or a bunch of potential war droids. And mines. Not mines. Construction droids. Huh. That's a lot of droids I could potentially bash you up with. Apparently we leveled up from looting mines. Let's see, skills. 2 points. Seriously, 2 points. Boop, boop. There. Feats. What do I want for feats? Pretty good on feats, honestly. I mean, yeah, I don't really have any feats I really want. I I mean... Ooh, improved fairy. So... what to do about all you droids, honestly? I don't know if you guys are blocking those, which is honestly. Oh. So I could rid the droid to explode. Here goes the fast droid. Oh no.
Accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
This will fall.
And then I can do everything else. I hate these freaking crates that you can only open with mine. They're just stupid. Open. Boop. Open. Blow up everything inside the box, why don't I? Well, let's see. So, car. No, those aren't that great. Okay, then. Anyway. What did I get? J Master Row or something? Meh. Not impressed. Not impressed. Oh, wow. I was supposed to learn beast control or something. But apparently the game's like, nope, you don't get to learn beast control. Sucks to be you. It's like you guys You can't be that, yeah. Where was it? Death.
A weakness.
And crush opposition, but it is enforced.
Target acquired.
I need force crush, but the thing is, you get force crush almost too late in the game for it to be that useful. Sad reality of things. yeah, I can't go.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Oh yeah, force crush.
Do you see that boma over there? The force flows through even these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel its thoughts.
Yay, we're doing
They aren't fully formed. Basic instincts, urges, dominated by every breath and every moment. Primal and unsophisticated. Good. Beasts can be easier to affect than other sentients. But you must bridge the gap between what distinguishes us and them. You feel its consciousness, yes, like a low rumble before the storm. Use the force to create a barrier around it. Make it with care and subtlety.
By the way,
you came close, and you have potential. With practice, you can make any animal passive and pliable. But the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. Many things can break its hold, violence especially. With the Force, anything is possible. But that is the end of the lesson for now.
Here again, our beast trick. So it's like my trick, but what's our beast? So yeah, it's basically my trick. Except for beast. I know, right? It's one of those situations where it's like, so apparently regular mind trick wouldn't work. What you're telling me. But yeah. Proof Fairy. It's not bad, honestly. Cause yeah, there's mind trick. And then there's beast trick. Still missing whatever that is. And that. And probably 2 more lightsaber or force powers. From, you know,
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
No, I don't think this. So when I did install that one mod, there was like 10 sabers. Somehow, I don't think there's 10 sabers. There might be 5. Not all 10. All I remember though is that mod broke KOTOR 1, and I refused to ever touch it again. Because, you know, it literally broke the game. Because it basically, basically drained the frames down to 8. Like, so let's try to remove it. And by trying to remove it, I ended up with negative 15 defense. It was bad. I mentioned that thing, what, a few times when I went back in KOTOR, but yeah. Like, that's just really like, sure you could still have your play, but the fact that it dropped your frames down that high, and yeah. Impressive thing, I don't even know what that is.
Optimal accuracy ratio
Weakness is
achieved.
revealed.
If this restores or overpowered, that thing would be a raid boss. Maybe even a world boss. Oh hey, I know one of those. Wait, are you telling me there was multiple ones of those and I need to find? Because I probably could have missed some. Not the cake. What the hell is the cake? During this first session in the jungle, you found Kyo's cake. Here's a detail from but you percent. Oh, a trophy. Then suddenly it was the witch. And the trophy was confused. Green crystal. Manual combat suit. Stuff I can't loot. Fun times. I'll probably improve myself. I have a cake here. Weird on my, I can put it on my horse's saddle. No wait, we don't have it. We put it on Tauntaun's saddle. We don't even have a Tauntaun. One more area to check. Hi.
You there, I am in need of your assistance. I'm Kumis. Zargo is not wrong in thinking me dead. We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the jungle. I still live. I am just in a difficult situation.
So what are you doing?
A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites that looked promising. Zarga told me to prove myself by taking explosives to those sites and uncovering the caches, if they exist. This was the first site. After easily dispatching some Maras, I removed my pack and began to plant my charges along this ridge. When I finished setting the charges, I looked down to see Canucks swarming all over my pack. The pests were eating everything. I killed the Canucks, but then a herd of Bomas arrived. I had no more ammo. The extra energy cells I had brought had been in my pack, so I've been up here, weaponless for 2 days. Blaster rifles don't use much energy, and their energy cells last a long time. How often have you had to change ammo?
You don't have to change ammo. I have lights. Anyway.
I do not need you to echo my failures to me. I need your aid. Enough of this. If you're only here to mock me, then leave. Don't touch that button. It'll blow up all...
Oh, you mean this button here?
No!
Statement. Your actions make me proud to be your loyal droid.
Oh, we gained influence with Edge Yay. And we also gained influence with visitors. Yay.
Query. Is...
Does that mean I can finally talk to you?
Answer.
Yay.
Revan felt the true war was against the Jedi. Observation. It was not something discussed with much of the others, but I think Revan recognized that a single Jedi, both in the past and in the present, could turn the tide of a conflict. So my targets were frequently Jedi, or someone close to a Jedi that could result in their corruption or collapse. Revan often assigned me to kill leaders or supporters of certain Jedi so as to erode their will. Answer. Revan saw the pressures of war on Duxon and knew that even in the heat of conflict, Jedi could be broken, not physically, but psychologically. Observation. It is a curious thing to assassinate and wound someone's personality, to assassinate them psychologically, and it took me some time to reconcile the acts. I am much more used to their direct approach. Still, I served well and killed many Jedi.
Oh, there you go.
Observation. Master, that was the lesson of Malachor. Any Jedi involved in the systematic slaughter on such a scale cannot help but doubt and question themselves. Observation. Master, I do not believe that the Mandalorians were the true target at Malachor. I believe that the intention was to destroy the Jedi, break their will, and make them loyal to Revan. I do not know if you examined the records of the deaths on Malachor, but you cannot escape that many of the Jedi and Republic soldiers who died were not Revan's strongest supporters. Observation. I believe that Revan was cleaning house at Malachor 5. What ones did not die became Revan's allies against the Republic. Answer. Master, I think that should wait until I am certain of your allegiance and your intentions toward... I mean, to simply give away trade secrets in such a way? It would be an insult to my protocols. Observation. Master. Answer. Oh, yes, Master. I hope none of them were friends of yours. But really, they had it coming. I do not know when the Jedi ceased to be adherents to their code, but many did not tread cautiously, and many were quite arrogant when facing a droid, as if we were somehow beneath them. It gave certain kills and added pleasure when being underestimated. Cautionary. Master, don't take this the wrong way. But in my opinion, a blaster shot to the throat is often the best way of silencing Jedi hypocrisy. I have found many Jedi to be arrogant practitioners of pacifism when it is convenient for them. Also, their tendency to never directly answer a question is rather annoying. Statement. I do not have the exact counts, Master. Since it is difficult to determine who was a Jedi and who was not, it seemed to be largely a matter of perspective. I did kill many soldiers who used techniques in combat that could make them be considered Jedi, although they call themselves Sith. Answer. Answer. Yes, Master. It wasn't always easy, and I had to adapt quickly to rapidly changing battle conditions. And they would often sever my limbs and my head from my torso, which was an inconvenience. Answer.
Well, now we have to figure out how to get more influence. So apparently we can't every time we do a dark side act against a potential NPC. So basically every time we have a potential dark side, light side choice is when we gain influence. From those they are few and far between. What to do with you now? Hell, I don't know. What, that's Saudi maybe? Power to master speed. Improve battle meditation. Let's get working up on your battle meditation. Why not? I don't actually see the cache hill. So, wait a second. Oh, that's just right back. I was like, wait a second. I haven't been there, but I have been there. Don't worry, let's go back. Oh, right. Some more of those things. No? That's not one of those things.
If you head out into the... mostly Canuck. How do you know of the stockade? We've seen signs along the paths. They are naturally armored and have foul dispositions. Mandalorian expeditions cleared them out of the area, but ducks on beasts never take kindly to losing territory. As soon as ship activity dies out around here, we may hunt them again.
But I can't see what's there. I can't run. I can't.
Even the...
Fine. Just gonna head back to the cabin. And be like, hey, I did stuff. Did I prove myself a part? Who do I talk to you about?
Ready to head back to your ship?
No, I'm fine.
Any progress with the
Yeah,
Good to hear it. I've been low on parts, otherwise I would have been able to get to that. Any You do? I don't know how, but these pieces look in good enough shape to repair. I'll have the telemetry computer repaired in no time. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore how much help you've been. I know you didn't ask, but here's a reward anyway. Mandalorians are expected to do anything they can to help, but you're a stranger, and you didn't have to help us.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, light side, light side.
Damn it. Jungle is taking over everything. This place is a
Who do I
mess.
talk to about the second cast? Maybe Mandalore himself.
You hear the gloat, so why? For Mandalore!
There we go, talk to him. Where's Mandalore at? Think back in the room. Tell him magic computer. Oh, that would... Well, apparently that's how we put that. I'll be right back. I'll go talk to Mandalore and see what he wants me to do with the zeal. Save. Just in case we make too much progress. I'm Mandalore.
Kelborn said you dispatched some covert military scouts in the jungle with him. He spoke highly of your work. How many Canucks did you have to kill to find those parts for Zuka? That was a tremendous help. I won't forget it.
What?
Kelborn told me that they were covert military and probably aligned with Colonel Tobin from ISIS. Kelborn doesn't think they'll send out any more scouts, but that doesn't mean there aren't more of them out there.
Colonel Tobin is General Vaklu's right-hand man. Despite his martial skill, he handles himself as a functionary more than a warrior.
Back when we were fighting Vaklu's resistance during the Mandalorian Wars, Vaklu wouldn't have any use for a poisonous Kinrath like Tobin. But Vaklu seems to have adapted well to peacetime. What do you want? I know, it made quite... That's to be expected. They don't really like it when someone makes loud noise in their territory. Ask around the... I also promised you a reward.
Dang.
What do you want?
Okay, so... Do I seriously have to look this up? KOTOR Sekeg. So apparently I have to go talk to a Mandalorian captain. What the hell's a Mandalorian captain? Huh. Or I could potentially bug and I could potentially not be able to turn in the quest anyway. Well, that's reassuring. Oh, hi, you in the red. You're the one I was supposed to talk about.
I hear you gave Davro a warrior's death. You understand more of our ways than I thought.
Yeah, you.
I'm impressed. Too bad you're a Jedi. You'd make a formidable Mandalorian. Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space battle. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them finding our base. I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Duxan beasts, the crew's probably already dead.
Yay.
Damn it. Everything. This place is a mess. Any progress with... That's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore about your help. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them. You can probably make better use of them than I can.
Yay.
Damn it. Jungle.
I've probably already proved myself. Well, let's go to the fight.
I thought I would see you again. No more scouts in the jungle, right? Together we made short work of them. If you yearn for more fighting, the battle circle can slake that thirst. I'm here for that. It is not a true test of a warrior, but it echoes the thrill of real battle. The sergeant chooses who fights who, but I would eagerly fight you in the battle circle. So what are you here for? We're taught not to. Mandalorians want to be tested to the limits of our abilities and beyond. We admire anyone who meets us on the battlefield. Instead of hate, we study, practice, and train until the next time, so it won't be beaten. But some young Mandalorians find this a hard lesson. Any veteran of the Mandalorian Wars respects Jedi like you. Your actions on Duxan validate this. But we aren't a simple people.
See, here's the thing. This is another example of why I hate video games, to be honest. Cause, okay. So.
As would I. I noticed that you killed more scouts than I. I am curious to see your handiwork firsthand.
Let's go right. So we can have to talk about being interrupted by So it's one of the things I hate in video games is where they pull. In the first game, there was how many Mandalorians that, you know, didn't even stop to talk to you. They just instantly engaged. And then the ones that talked with you were mostly, let's go. Like, Candace was the only real Mandalorian in Star Wars Knights of the Republic. the rest of the Mandalorians were basically mercenaries. Like, we had those Mandalorians on Kashyyyk that were basically just slaughtering unarmed Wookiees in the Shadowlands, using, you know, their stealth field generators to attack unarmed prey. Like, that's not what a true Mandalorian would do. That doesn't really test you against things. The Mandalorians are marketed at plot line, which I don't really remember why they were there. They were just over there. There were a few Mandalorians that were like, oh, Jedi. Right, so there was a few Mandalorians in this that were like, oh, bounty on me. But yeah, like, not until you really get here does it be like, oh, well, the Mandalorians are an honorable, I was going to say race, but they're an honorable organization that basically wants the thrill of combat and the glory of battle. That's sort of the whole thing. I mean, Candace explained that in KOTOR. They basically, yeah, sure, the ways of doing that, though, are entirely, you know, the glory of battle. You know, murdering innocents, raising entire worlds. All that stuff doesn't really seem that glorious in hindsight. But in here we basically go from the picture that, hey, Mandalorians are mostly bloodthirsty warriors, to, hey, Mandalorians are just over here being honorable and respectable and training for battle. Nothing too sinister about them at all, compared to, you know, how they were in the first game. It's like they tried to downplay fairness acts. It's the whole situation where basically you take a faction or a race or something that basically does horrible things in the first game, and then you downplay them as, oh well, they're not that bad. Like, I always bring up the situation of Guild Wars because it's one of the situations I hate so much. So Guild Wars 1, the Char were, you know, the Char were mostly just a beast race that didn't really talk. Until ArenaNet decided that, hey, we need the Char to be, we're going to make them a playable race in Guild Wars 2. So we're going to bridge the connection in Eye of the North. So we made them be able to talk. We tried to make them less, you know, we tried to downplay them, basically. Because in Guild Wars Prophecies, the Char were basically a race of cat-like bestial creatures that murdered and ate humans because, well, in the lore, the humans invaded their territory. But yeah, they dropped giant frickin' crystallized meteors that destroyed Ascalon. They went and attacked Kryta, causing how many deaths there. Like, it made sense for the Ascalon part, not so much for Or and Kryta, like, unless the Char had places there, which I don't think they did. But yeah, Char are not a nice race. And then Guild Wars 2 tried to justify things by changing the lore to be like, oh, well, Ascalon was actually the Char territory and they just fought God back, and, you know, now everyone's buddy-buddy with the Char, even though they shouldn't be. They're supposed to be an evil race. But you downplay them that, oh, the Titans were influencing them, and without any gods, the Char are better now. Like, you can't just downplay a race like that. Like, it's the whole thing with, like, Mass Effect, like, with the Geth. Oh yeah, the Geth are evil. But we're going to make them seem like it was just the Reapers influencing the Geth. And actually, the Geth aren't, you know, evil in Mass Effect 2 and 3. It's that whole situation where basically you take a enemy faction, and then in the sequel you decide that, hey, the enemy faction needs to be made so it's not actually an evil faction, it's just misunderstood, or it's being used by something, or other agendas. Yeah, that's what really pisses me in games anymore. Because they do that shit all the time. It's like, first game, enemy faction. Second game, the enemy faction's no longer evil. Like, I could say the same thing about Cerberus and Mass Effect 2, yeah.
Kelborn says you are worthy enough to face champions. You may fight in the battle circle again. You have enough honor to face a champion of a previous day. Kelborn, what are your terms?
Swords only. No items or the Jedi's force. And no sword of the Jedi's choosing. Just a simple long blade.
Kelborn chooses to fight with the blade. You may fight with fist, foot, and the blade provided. No using the force or any other item.
Okay, fine. We got a dueling fiber sword. Oh, yeah, you did damage to me. That's cute.
The match between Jedi and Kelborn is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor.
HK.
I underestimated you. A difficult admission for a Mandalorian. If you fight in the circle again this day, you will face the bravest and strongest of us, Braylor. Here to watch him fight? We eagerly look forward to this fight. Braylor, you are our champion. How would you fight the Jedi?
No terms today, Sergeant. I would fight the Jedi with all of her arsenal.
Braylor will fight you as you are. Still no killing and no leaving the battle circle. But you may use whatever else you want.
So he's gonna come punch me. And I could use whatever the hell I want. Well, I'm gonna just... Oh, he's actually doing damage to me.
The match between Jedi and Braylor is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have defeated the most worthy of us. You walk away the champion of the battle circle this day. We will not forget your deeds, or the honor you have earned this day.
Yay.
And so, I lose again. I still have much to learn. The last Jedi I fought was in a ship-to-ship battle on Malachor 5. I lost, but was spared. Before the Mandalorian Wars, we looked at Jedi as weak. Their code restricted their full potential. The Jedi were limited by a narrow sense of morality that couldn't survive a real war. But our view was the narrow one. I see that clearly now. I sense we both learned something today.
Yeah, we learned that I could beat everyone with my fist.
I see now why we couldn't win against you during the war. Even fighting at a great disadvantage, you still fight as brutally as a Rancor. Your fight with Braylor was brilliant. You are truly a warrior of Mandalorian proportions. So what are you here for?
Anyway, we got Geonosian Electro Staff, which isn't upgradable. Oh well, it's a thing. Oh god, the way we're holding the lightsaber. That's a thing. Hands probably too close to the blade. Now we go to Mandalore.
You defeated Braylor in the battle circle. Either you're very lucky, or you're a lot tougher than you look. Zuka told me you helped out with some repairs around the base. I was hoping you'd prove yourself more with a lightsaber, but it's certainly a great help. The gate guard said you managed to kill a Zakeg. Those are tough beasts, Jedi. You've earned some respect around here. You've made quite a reputation around here. You did better than I thought you could. I was planning on heading to Isis tomorrow, but I'll move up the timetable and take you now. You won't be able to get to the Ebon Hawk from the city. If you need to grab anything from your ship, I'd do it now.
Yeah, I'll be right back. And overlay lightsaber. So next time we will go to Isis. Save. But that's for next time. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day. Also, I think, can't remember if we're at the situation now where basically this year's world, most things recommend that, hey, you did Dutton, you can now go to our place, then come back and do Onderon. But we're just gonna go to Onderon. So anyway, next time. Well, I'll probably press the end video button, and that's the end of the video.